started.
Okay, hi, I'm Samantha Burgess from Kind 200, and I'm going to show you the variations for each one of these exercises. What's the first one?
Squat, barbell, kettlebell.
Right, okay, so the first one's going to be a squat. If you have a barbell right here, here are different variations that you can use with it. So first off, you're going to pitch your hands shoulder width apart. Okay, grab your bar. You're going to pick it up. You can either do a front squat. Now with this one, it's in the front. You got your palms facing up. It's resting. Feet 10 toes facing forward. Hips are going to go back. You can do it right in front of you. This way, the weight when you come down is on the front side. Now a different variation of this is on your back side, where you're holding it just like this. This way, it's on your traps, and when you come down, come back up. This is my personal favorite just because it's balanced for mine. Okay. Next variation that you could do is with a kettlebell. So coming over here, we have a 10-pound kettlebell facing forward, 10 toes forward. You can either do a sumo where you got it apart, or like a wide stance where you come down, grab the kettlebell, explode back up. This way you put more of the attention on your glutes. Come back down, explode up. Now when I'm doing this, I maintain my posture, look forward, down, back up. Same thing with the other exercises. You want to maintain posture, looking forward. If at any point you're holding the weight and it's carrying you down and your posture isn't upright, then you know you're doing it wrong. Okay, second.
Lunge, dumbbell, split squat, reverse squat.
Okay, so you've got your classic lunge. So for this one, you can do forward lunge where you come forward, or you could do a reverse lunge where you're going backwards. Now, going backwards is going to put less tension on your knee joints. I have found out that through personal experience. You can also do different ways where you're holding dumbbells in your hands. You can step back, this adding more weight, just like that. Or another good way to do this is a split squat. This is some stuff that I've seen people do. You're putting more of the weight on your quadriceps, where I'm leaning forward, and I've got one foot up on the bench, maintaining my posture. I come down, up. This is another form of this lunge.
RDL, kettlebell, band, over, under, DB.
Okay, so RDLs are Russian deadlifts. They're kind of like normal deadlifts, except you have a wider or narrow stance. So you can do this with a barbell, keeping a narrow stance forward, maintaining posture, coming down. You want to grab right in front of you. Now when you pick up, it's going to be close to your body as you extend up. So coming down, explode up, keeping everything close to the body. Down, explode up. Now, you can do this with dumbbells as well. So holding the dumbbells, you can come right here, going forward, explode up. In my clinic, I have also seen people do single leg. Now this requires a lot of balance and coordination, so this is for people who are more advanced. We're going to come down off of one foot, explode back up. Come down on one foot, explode back up. Okay? All right, what's next?
Glute bridge, off the bench, neutral, and DB.
Okay, glute bridge. This is going to focus on your glutes. So you can do this neutral where you're on down like this, feet are planted, and you explode up, just as so, keeping your back straight. Everything is going to be focused on the glutes and the hamstrings when I come up. Now, if you want to make this harder, you can take a dumbbell, place it here to add more resistance, so when I explode up, it's right there on that central trunk line, pushing up. Now, other variations of doing this, if you want to make it more difficult, is doing it at a decline. So if I'm here, I have my feet on the bench here, I explode up. This is just going to add more resistance for those muscles. You can also do this by setting your back on the bench and doing it down like this. Now this is going to be easier than the first two, but it's just another variation that you can do. Okay, let's say this one.
Chest fly, dumbbell, band, Kegels.
Chest fly. Okay, this one you're going to have to move a little closer. So the chest flies usually are typically done with dumbbells. So I'm sitting, I'm going to lay my hands back, dumbbells are up in front of me. They're going to stay facing towards each other in a neutral position. They're going to expand out, and I'm going to bring them right back together. Now when I do this, I don't want to bend down or have my arms bent, because then you can risk injury. So keeping them slightly bent the whole time, they're going to come apart, push it back together. Now, another way that you can do this is if you have a band, I hope that you can see me well. If you need to move, maybe you can. But if you have a band that you can put it under the bench and do them this way, where they're coming forward, like this, in front of you. It's still gonna work that chest muscle. But another way of doing this is if you have tables, this way you're not laying down and it's not horizontal, it's actually a decline position. So facing down, I got one foot in front of the other, I'm holding it back, I'm still doing those chest flies, bringing them down to the center, bringing them down. You'll see a lot of people doing this at the gym with the cables, bringing them together. Okay? By performing neutral or incline or a decline, you're working different areas of that muscle. Okay.
Pull up, assisted band, over, under, wide.
Ooh, this is the fun one. Okay, if you want to like move over here to see this. So for a pull up, you need a bar and a lot of strength to go with it. So for those who are not really good at pull-ups, you could do assisted pull-ups. They have these machines at the gym, but if you don't have one of those, which are really expensive, you can use a band. So you're gonna bring it down, put your knee inside. Using this strong band will assist you in your pull-up. So first variation of the pull-up, you have your wide grip, you're going to come up, back down. Now different variations that you can do with this is over grip, you can do under grip, you can do narrow, and you can do wide. Okay.
Row, bent over, banded, barbell.
Row. Okay. So for the row, you're targeting those back muscles over here. So what you can do, there's different variations. Again, talking about that decline. If you have a barbell, you can do this where you're holding on, shoulder width apart. You're going to come up, still holding that decline, strong flat back, and you're going to pull straight, just like this. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is the bent over row, where you've got your dumbbell. You can do this on the bench, where you've got one knee on the bench, steady hand, okay? Holding that dumbbell, you're going to let gravity take it, contract that back muscle pulling up. Either way, you're still working that same muscle group. It's still a row of some sort. When you come up, down, pull back up, okay? And then lastly, another way of doing this, if you don't have any of those, is if you have a band of some sort, you can wrap it around your legs, just like this. Whoop. Wrap it around your legs, and then pull towards you. If you want to make it more resistant, put your feet wider apart, that way you can pull on it, okay? You're going to pull towards you, just like this. Again, you're still working those same muscles. Okay. Next one.
Bicep curl, dumbbell, barbell, band.
Okay. Bicep curl, if you want to stand over here. You can use a regular barbell, so holding it tight. Now this is about a 45 pounds, so you can modify, standing straight, bicep curl up. Now, when I'm doing this, I want to keep my elbows where they are. And when I explode and contract the muscle, you want to exhale. So inhale, just like that. Okay? Another way of you can do this, which is people that prefer this method, is with a dumbbell. So you have your dumbbells like this, standing still. Just like that. And then lastly, the form I like to do is with a band, where you put your foot, step on it, okay? Different resistance. Still working the same muscles. All right, next one.
Tricep extensions.
Tricep extensions, okay. If you have a band, such as this one, wrap it around. You can even do this with a door. If you make a knot on a band and stick it on the other side, close the door, it'll stay still, stay stabilized. So you're gonna grab it just like this. If you wanna move over here, that way you can see. Yeah, you're holding it, elbows stay tight, feet close together, back stays straight. The only thing that should be moving is your forearms. This part of the arm does not move. This is the only part of your body that moves, because we're gonna work that tricep muscle in the back here. So make sure you're exhaling as you contract. Inhale. What are the other variations?
Skull crushers, cables.
Okay, so for this one, skull crushers, this is one of my personal favorites. If you want to stand over here, I'm going to get on the bench. You take your dumbbell or whatever resistance weight that you can do. And you're going to lay down, have it in front of you or above you like this. Again, we're working that tricep muscle right here. So it's going to bend at the elbows. Remember, everything stays stationary except for my forearms. I come down to where my skull is, push it back up. That's why they're called skull crushers, or nose crushers if you want. So coming down. You're still working that tricep muscle. And then what was the last variation? Dumbbell. Dumbbell, oh yeah. So another way of working tricep is if you're over like this, kind of like that bent row position, but except I'm just working the tricep muscle. This will be stationary. Everything I do with the tricep, this part of my arm is stationary. This is the only thing that moves. So coming back, I'm going to do pushbacks. Just like that. I'm still working those back muscles.